It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's go to locals. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rainnite Gaming. I'm Rainnite, and we're off to go play some SwordSoul in person. That's right, we're heading out to locals, and we are about an hour away from just about anything. While we're going this drive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you're liking this series. Some fun stuff going on in my life. Right now, we're the guests on the Nerd podcast, Never Ending Retro Dialogue. I'll put a link to that in the descriptions down below. It may be another month before we're actually live on there, but until then, we can listen to some music. What should we listen to? We could do Me First the Gimme Gimmes, Motley Crue. Ooh, Selena Gomez. Or you can tune into their podcast and listen to some fun stuff like the last one right now, 80s cartoons. I know I love 80s cartoons. They're the best. But talking about today, we are on our way to locals. We've got our SwordSoul deck. If you want to see what we're playing, link down below. And we're almost there. See everything in Columbus. And we've made it here to the locals, here at the Soldiery. I guess they do it once a month, so it's pretty cool. It's a nice trophy tournament, and I think there's a little over 20 people here, which is pretty cool. I don't know how many rounds we're gonna do. I'll get back to you when we get through some games. While we're waiting for the first round to start, let's do a little tour around the store. Try not to get any people in the shots, so there's definitely more you guys can see, but there's got like board games, paint kits, models, Warhammer, sleeves out of the wazoo, and of course cards. They've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed product. I think they've got Magic. They've got just about everything you guys could want. Okay, rounds are about to start, so let's hop in there. Hopefully we can own it up.
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, finished first round. First round went super good. We went against Rainnite, and we clapped it up 2-0. He kind of bricked in one game, but realistically, we set up pretty gnarly boards both times. Not all the games I'm going to be able to actually record because the spacing, so I might just get 1 or 2 games in. See you guys in the next round.
Here comes a new challenger.
Round 2, we ended up dropping that one. It was actually against SwordSoul, so guy's been playing the deck a little bit longer than us, so he was able to show us some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to try to get that deck profile from him just because I'm curious what all he plays. But we ended up talking about some cool stuff afterwards, and really awesome guy. I'm going to put a link to his channel down below, so definitely check that out. Okay, I think they're getting ready for the next round. Let's get in there.
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, getting into the final round here. This is our third round, and we win the dice roll. We're going against TrapTrix. As you can see, he has all the TrapTrix gear, which is pretty cool. We're going to go first, and we get to go right into Moye. Moye is then going to reveal Taya. We're going to get a level 4 water token. That's going to let us synchro into Sword Grandmaster. And Grandmaster is then going to get us a draw as well, along with the search, along with the draw from those cards. You want Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, so you chain block your Grandmaster. We're going to get a draw, and I don't remember what I pull. Then we pull out the Blackout. Blackout is going to be a great interruption on his turn. And our hand is really cool. We did pitch one of our spells, so we could just go straight into Long Yawn, go into a Baron. That's going to give us our Omni Negate, and that's going to give us a Monster Negate, an Omni Negate, and obviously we have Blackout. And then one thing we also have in our hand, we've been maining Anti-Spell Fragrance, which probably isn't the best versus this deck, but it's still pretty decent. So we've got Omni Negate, 2 pop, and a Monster Negate. He's going to go ahead and summon out his monster. I'm going to go ahead and negate that and pop open the Anti-Spell Fragrance, which I should have done in the draw phase, but I'm slow like that. He's going to summon out another dude, and we're just going to let that happen because I'm just going to want him to commit more materials to the board before I go ahead and try to get rid of some stuff. Because that's one thing a grind game with TrapTrix is you want them to have to use as many things as possible, so then you can, kind of choke them out. He goes ahead and gets into his TrapTrix Link 1, and he wants to find out what Anti-Spell Fragrance does. He just stops all spells having to be set first. He was making sure it was traps, I believe. So then he's going to go ahead and use his his trap to bring out. I'm going to go ahead and negate that with Baron, the Link monster's effect, because I want to destroy the Link monster. He's going to go ahead and Xyz summon. Oh, nope. He's going to go into the Link 2. And basically what this does, it does let him place another monster in the end phase. And it also, if he uses one of his trap cards, he gets to reset that trap card. So really cool card. He's going to go ahead and bring that out and then bring out his monster. I probably should have stopped that, but I went ahead and let it go because I wanted to try to get rid of his back row. But realistically, I probably should have gotten rid of that and one of his back row before he tried to use that effect. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that monster with Baron. And then when I go to use my Blackouts effect, he's going to do some crazy chaining that's going to screw me up very viciously. So we go through here. I'm just trying to clear out his board before I do anything because I don't want any of those trap holes to choke me up. So we go ahead and use it, and he is able to get out the Link 4, the level 4 monster by banishing his trap card. Brings it out, that protects his back row, but that protects it for the 1. If I can manage to try to get rid of him again, we're all good. So I'm going to go Taya, normal summon, Taya effect to banish a card, and that's going to let me get another level 4 token, which is really important, is Taya is a wind, the token is a water, so when we go into Baxia here, we now have 2 pops again, so then I can get rid of his back row again. I think this deck just has tons of removal, and we're going to be able to pop these. I probably shouldn't have banished my Moye, because I could have, gotten rid of my Baxia to bring back out the Moye, so that was a really pretty stupid move on my part. So he knew he was going to draw, so he wanted me to shuffle his deck again just to make sure it was fair. Again, I love dueling this guy. This guy knew his when it came to running this deck, and he was awesome to play against. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those 2 cards, and we're going to just, he's going to draw for turn. We've still got a back row, and he's trying to figure out if he can do anything right here. He's able to banish to bring out another monster, but of course we do have 1 negate and we have a set. So he pops that card. Oh, we don't have a negate. What am I thinking about? We already tributed off that guy. Okay, so he's going into his spells. This is a cool spell. I want to see what this can do in other decks too. It lets you, for the rest of the duel, summon twice, and on your draw phase, you get to draw 2. So that's really good on those draw phases. So he's sitting right here trying to figure out what to do. We've just got the 1 back row, and Boxy doesn't have any activated effects. But so he passes turn, and we go ahead and pop that. And, we're just waiting on here. We get to use our search function, because I had set that because I wanted to be able to use it on our turn after we still had Anti-Spell Fragrance. That's why that was set. He goes ahead and picks that one up. He knew he was pretty much not going to be able to do anything. We had choked him out. So he gets to go first on this one, and he goes to use that spell. So now he can summon twice and draw twice on the turn, which is super cool. I actually kind of think that would work really good in some other Link decks. So he goes into the newer TrapTrix. This guy lets him search out a spell card. Also going to let him summon out. That spell trap card is going to let him summon twice. I don't know how that works with that other trap if they then go 3 times. I'm not sure. That'd be an interesting interaction. He goes into their Link 1, and then he puts out the spell card to give him his back row protection from destruction. So he's got those 3 set cards, and they are also protected from 1 time. So if I just had like a Feather Duster, wouldn't do anything. Anti-spell fragrance on his side. We're going to go ahead and summon out Adhera. We're just going to link 1. And that's going to let us go into some of those graveyard things. So we bring out the Monk. And Monk doesn't have any kind of protection or anything, but it also can't be flipped upside down because it's a link monster. So that's pretty cool. Not being able to use spells kind of sucks, but we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and use Taya effect. Because we're using Taya's effect, so we couldn't use that trap. Bring out the token, and then the tokens let us go into, I believe, Grandmaster. Am I right? I'm trying to think what to actually use. Grandmaster. I thought about using the Animancipator, but I didn't have a water in the grave. He goes and Nightmare Trap holes my Grandmaster, which kind of sucks. And then that also gets him a search for a TrapTrix monster. And I think he actually gets to summon that out. This is probably where this match kind of spirals for us, because he's starting to get all kinds of advantage. So, he summoned out that monster, then he got to banish one of my monsters. That let him then use his Link 1's effect again to let him set a trap card. So now he still has 3 traps, and he's a monster up. So we're kind of, in a little bit of trouble here. We did summon out the another one to get another Monk, and then we can banish to bring another card back to our hand. So that's going to let us get that. Oh, nope, he stopped us. I forgot about that. So he stopped that. We brought Burn for 2,000. We're going to go Long Yon, and brings out another token. And then we're going to Synchro Summon into Baron to try to pop. There he is. So this is another mistake I kind of do, because I really hold on to that Baron effect when I probably should have shotgunned it. I don't think it would have mattered. He had already put up too much, too much for me to actually deal with. If I would have pulled something better off of my Pot of Desires here, maybe, but I think I just pulled 2 engine cards, and I'd already gone through, summoning. I already done my normal summon, I already done Long Yon, so I was hoping to pull some hand traps or some kind of destruction, but didn't really get it. So I'm just sitting on a Baron and a Monk. The Monk is kind of worthless because I don't have the Shafana engrave. So I'm just going to bring back the Tangy just as another body on board to try to survive. And hopefully we can do that. So going through his play here, he has one Link monster. He does summon out. This is a cool one that whenever, if he has a trap hole in hand, he can play it like a hand trap pretty much. He can just play him from his hand with that TrapTrix, but I think he's just going to use it as a Link monster right now, because he's just going to start either doing a little bit of Xyz plays and also go into his Links. So he's searching here because he did activate the trap, so now he gets to go in to bring out a TrapTrix monster, and he gets to do the one that lets him summon back, bring back out a trap card, and because he did that, he does get another effect off of his Link monster. I mean, when you're playing against this deck, you really have to get rid of that Link 1 because they get so much advantage off of it. It is insane, and you can just see he's going super wide right here. He's going to go into an Xyz play, and this Xyz monster is actually kind of my undoing. Not because of its effect so much as just because it has 2,500 attack, and he is going to go into his Link 3 that gives all of his TrapTrix monsters, I believe like 1,000 attack or some crap like that. It's crazy. So now he's got 500 more than my Baron. Baron hasn't used his effect yet because I'm stupid. So he's just going to hit over my Baron, and then he's going to be able to swing over my set SwordSoul. He swings over my Monk, which wasn't doing much anyway, so he leaves that guy right there, and it's just kind of like meh. Goes and detaches, lets him go through his deck again, and just so you can see, we've got some cards in hand, so like we have plays, but he is so far ahead in this match already that we are in trouble unless we actually pull some bangers. So we give him a cut, and he is going to summon that out. This is his normal summon. He hasn't normal summoned yet. Yay. I actually asked him a question. I was like, didn't you already use his effect? But those cards have effects when they're set, and they also have a set when they're summoned normally, and then they have an effect if they're special summoned as well. This is going to let him go into Rafflesia, I believe, and Rafflesia is going to set, just destroy me. So I'm just going to call that one, and we're going to go into game 3. So pretty fun one. Before now, in my earlier games, I had 2-0'd a guy, and then I got 2-0'd by the SwordSoul guy. So this is the first full game we've gone into, which is really cool. We go into the Virtuous. That's going to let us go into Moye. And Moye is going to activate her effect, revealing from hand. And then we're going to get a water token, level 4. And we're going to Synchro Summon into Grandmaster. Grandmaster then effect. He gets a search, and we get a draw from our Moye. And then see what we search out here. We're going to search out the Long Yawn so we can go into our Baron. One thing I think about in this match, I wonder if a Baron is the best, or if, maybe Punisher is the best. I do get Droll and Lockbird, but it doesn't matter right here, because once you go through your Baron, Droll's not going to really do much to the deck, which is really nice because there's a lot of Droll going on right now. We're going to go into Long Yawn, that goes into Baron, and we're going to put him in defense mode. And I think we just have some hand traps. Okay, we had one set, and I think we just are sitting on another hand trap. And there in his draw phase, we go ahead and go into the anti-spell fragrance, which he does use a fair amount of spells for a trap deck. Doesn't look like his hand right now. He has many things that are going to be slowed down by that. He's sitting on all traps. So kind of a dead card, but I think it's okay. So he's thinking here, trying to figure out how to get through this. Go ahead, do a normal summon out. I don't believe he's actually going to try to use that. He just wants to use it as link material to try to get his plays started. So he's going to go into his link 1 and see what he does next. He is just going to set 1, set 2, pass turn. And we're going to draw. And we're probably going to need to get rid of one of those. So we're just going to get rid of that one right there. And Trap Hole, pretty cool. I believe he's also sitting on a Compulse. So we're just going to summon out the Virtuous. And Virtuous is then going to go into Moye again. To just continue trying to, move. I probably should have gone into a Taya, because then I try going to a Boxia with 2 pops. So, Okay, we'll bring out the token and reveal. So we got that token, and then he's going to Compulse. I probably should have Baroned this, but I wanted to not let him get more advantage off of his link 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and let him put that Moye back to my hand. And then when he uses that effect, I go ahead and pop it so he loses out on his link 1. Then I'll just, I can't really do much, because when you've got tokens on board, you have to use them as synchro materials before you do any other kind of extra deck summoning. So I was kind of locked out there. But I mean, I've got a pretty decent board still. So I go ahead and hit in for a bunch of damage and then let him go out. I've got 1 negate on board, and I think I'm also sitting on a hand trap, and also he can't use spells. So not too bad at all. I go ahead and let him get that search because I figure I want to stop his Link 1 abilities, so I let him go ahead and search this guy. I forgot that they have him, otherwise I probably would have stopped that search. So he goes out, brings this dude out, and he is going to go into an Xyz, I believe, here. He's kind of figuring out what he wants to do, because he knows he's behind, and he knows I can negate 1. So I think he's just trying to live at this moment. So he goes into Xyz, and as soon as he uses that Xyz ability, I know I'm going to use Grandmaster on it, so he doesn't get any effects. And we just kind of continue to hopefully choke him out here. So he uses that. We go ahead and banish the the Long Yawn. and he passes turn with 1 set card. And we've got Baron Effect to get rid of that set card, and he knows that's game.
Okay, you just watched round 3, and we were able to take that down 2-1. Really good player on there. Awesome deck. TrapTrix is really cool. Luckily, it's something we can play through just because we have so much removal. So it's really nice. Okay, we'll see what we get placing-wise, because I'm pretty sure we're only going to run 3 rounds this tournament. It's what this place usually does. So, I think our tiebreaker is going for first. I don't know if he's going to win or not. We'll see. But whoever gets first place and possibly second or third, we're going to get their deck profiles, hopefully. It's hot as balls in this car right now. I have the AC on, but I'm turning red as a ghost. So I'm going to hop back into the AC. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
That is going to be the end of locals today. We just played 3 rounds, but we end up tying for 4th. The guy that we lost to, the SwordSoul player, he ended up getting first place, going undefeated. And I am going to get his deck profile, and I'll put that out here in just a couple days. Hopefully you guys are liking this series so far. Let me know in the comments down below. I really love hearing from you guys. So I'm going to see you guys in those next videos. So I'm Rainnite. This has been Rainnite Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.